check 1, 2. Okay, going over the tools real quick. We have screw gun, drill motor, similar but different. You can do the job with just one of them. Having two helps a lot. Fasteners, I have 3 different sizes of fasteners. If you find some DIY projects, some DIY PDFs and instructions online, they do kind of list out just one size of fastener. I stepped it up to 2 more sizes in building the lids. Again, we're back to the second half of the project. So we used 8 by 1 5/8 star end screws. These are tan, so they hide just a little bit. This one comes with a free bit.
And they're weather coated.
These are weather coat, right? Outdoor, weather coated, good for wood and fencing. This one says cabinet screws. These are 3 1/8 inch long. These will be for the screen lids later on. These are as well. These big guys are 4 inches long. Again, these are for the lids on the back end. We have up here a hand staple gun. Don't need to get huge staples. Short little staples. These are 5/16 inch, 8 millimeters. They're just going to be fine. This is a speed square, good for drawing your line, cutting things off. What else? There's a tape measure in here too. Everybody get familiar with your tape measure. Do yourself a favor and get one that just has the measurements marked on it. Otherwise, like me, even though I've been dealing with one for a long, long time, I do often stop and pause and count the little numbers and scratch. 5/8, 4/8 equals 1/2. 1/2. 4/8 equals 1/2. That kind of thing goes through your mind on a regular basis. Speed clamps are a good one to have as well. I brought 3 of them along. A 4th one is great. If you ever see these at a garage sale, get them. They come in different sizes. They're super handy, not just for what we're doing today, but you will find a use for them at some point in time. I'm going to migrate tools over to this table over here. This is not mine, is it? This one's Lauren. Awesome. More drills. Good. Means we get more stuff done. Wire cutters. They're called airline or aerial wire cutters. They're longer than these. They have a long set of jaws on them like this. They're great for cutting this mesh stuff over here as we get to the mesh. If you're doing a 4-foot lid and you only have cutters like this, you're only cutting 1 wire at a time. Where if you've got the long jaws that kind of curve away, you can just like cruise through it, cut like 40–60% of your time off of that piece of the project. Everybody should have a handy knife in your tools somewhere. At least one set of pliers are handy as well. Is anybody completely unfamiliar with power tools or scared of them? Anybody? Put your hand up. Has anybody never used a drill? All right, cool. We're gonna have some fun. So we went over fasteners, we went over tools, we went over measuring. We have stacks of material on the tables back here. There's one on that table that's too long. I need a volunteer to bring that up here. And bring one of the properly length ones. There we go. Yes. Thank you, volunteer. Thank you, Jennifer. Applause for Jennifer. You're welcome to hang out for a moment if you like. You'll see that this one is a little bit long compared to the rest of them. These guys came in 12-foot lengths. If you're sourcing material from your local hardware or lumber supply, they're not just going to want to get you enough material for one Smart Stack. That's kind of going to annoy them, and it's far more cost effective to order material for 4 of them, which is going to be, I don't have that math right at the front of my brain right now, but you need 16 of those boards there. You need 16 of these. These were purchased in 12-foot lengths, and I believe around 256 linear feet, probably close to the same for the boards there. We have to take a little bit off of this one. I'm going to fire up the saw. I brought the saw for both this one cut as well as these cuts over here to put the screen lids together. Is anybody intimidated by the sound of the saw? All right, here we go. Typically, if you're going to cut these guys off to length, They would be over here. You would set up a jig, probably using a clamp such as this, fasten it off at the end, set it tight, and then slide each piece down, make each cut, make yourself a stack of 16 like you see over there. Unless you're making 4 of them, and then it's 16 times 4, which is?
64.
Awesome. Should have a cute little stack about like that. My older daughter is a mathematician, and she would have been like, 64. She does it all the time. It's just like nice having a, calculator right next. So here we go. Hold your ears if you're scared. Keep your fingers out of the saw. There's markings all over it that say don't put your fingers in here. So now we've got 16 of these. We have a cute little block that isn't going to do anything. We're done with the saw for a little while. We're going to move the saw over here. We're going to set up our jigs. This is a fun part where everybody gets to get involved.
Okay.
Everybody jump in a line, grab yourself one of those and one of those, and come around the tree this way. Correct. The first victim. That's correct. We're going to fix that. All right, everybody's got 2 pieces of wood, right? Ready to go. Awesome. You have this guy here, this jig here has X marks on it, and it has no marks on it. The jig on the right uses the no marks. The jig on the left, the jig over here on the left is also marked with an X. So the X equals the X. When you get up here, that'll be a little bit more clear.
The drill, whenever we're not using it, it has a reverse drive and a forward drive. But if you stick this little button right in the middle, you get neutral and it doesn't go off unexpectedly. So, what we're going to do over here is we're lining this up in line with our block down below, and we're going to drill holes through these 2
Marked X.
the X marks. And see, I just did what I said I wasn't going to do.
Okay.
So go through the existing hole,
Right.
through the top board, and into the bottom board. Go straight down.
Do you want to move your hand or not?
I'm good. I'm just holding it in place. Yeah, I trust you. And if you keep the drill moving while you pull it out, it comes out really easy.
Okay.
Very good. Move over to this side.
Forward, going around the back side of
Yep.
your leg.
Yep.
And then it's these ones then.
Correct.
The non-X ones.
Yep.
Okay. Are they,
Yep.
So if you hold it down with your, are you right-handed or left-handed?
right-handed?
Awesome. So with your left hand, hold it right back here. I'm going to bring up another table as we move on to fasteners. So set that down for Lee. We're going to move this one over to this table.
Yeah. We didn't do. Yeah, did we do the fasteners while they were in the jig?
Can, if we wish, or we can make space for the next person in line.
Make space for the next
All right.
one.
Let's do that.
Okay. All right, now what?
We're going to go like right there. Great. All right. Tools,
So try to.
fastener. If you want to set yours down here. So go ahead and set it down. We're going to see where our thread points were.
Come down here.
So those guys are going to set right in there.
And you can hold this in place. Yeah, you're going to do that. Yeah. You don't want
We get the first one started. We got to get in kind of a visual.
this hole, you can hold way back here.
This is easier if it's done on the jig.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I think it's a lot easier with a bunch of people, Adam.
yeah, totally. All right. That's a variable speed drill and it has a star bit, so it's probably not going to jump, and the clutch is set to 6. So just squeeze it and lean in. Very good. Do the next one.
Can I go further down?
Yeah, that's going through a knot, so it might be a little bit snug.
Looks like it's going.
You're going to do this X, the hole mark for the next. And you want to hold
Does
on.
it matter?
Um,
A little crooked. This part, the screw is going that way.
it'll be okay.
Yeah?
It's just following the line it was given.
Okay.
This is more important than the screw is.
And do I want it flush? Should
Yep.
I go down further?
Just
Okay.
go for it. Good. Well, that might be a little much. Let's
Too
bring the
far.
clutch back a little bit.
And then non-X.
Again, this is working through a knot, so it's going to be a little bit snug. That's fine. We did an extra good job on that one. All right. Take yours and...
Adam, we still have to drill the holes on the side of the block.
Oh, that's what that jig is for, right.
Do
I don't know which one is going to be.
let's see.
Again, this would be easier with
A jig.
the jig.
With the,
It's actually going to kind of miss them, so we're going to be okay. That one goes right in here.
doesn't matter which way.
Are you jealous?
Until we see it.
It's
There we go.
not the best method to do so.
And
Yeah, I think we,
We're going to start doing the fastening over here.
over here.
Yeah,
there you go. So we're doing the ones with the gas. We got that one in.
there you go. Go for it. Finish it off. Very good.
We're going to start doing, we have a lot of time for this. We're going to start doing the fastening because
Very good. We square? Not entirely, but you might straighten that one out a little bit.
Maybe not.
and then you're going to do the holes without.
Is there any reason why it's like it's me?
There you go. There's a second set of holes we're going to put
Maybe it
in
wasn't pushed in.
in this end.
It might have
So that'll be another,
Okay, so we're gonna do these. Go around.
I guess so.
At least
How much time do we have for this?
I have no idea.
How much time do we have for this event?
15, so you have.
Really? Wow, okay.
Okay, we're ready for fastening.
All right.
Adam.
Smart Stack.
Great.
So we're gonna take those. Oh, do you want the extender that's in my pocket?
Let me start with that,
Okay.
if it gives you any trouble.
So we're gonna do. We're gonna put.
You're welcome to
Hang out.
hang out, grab your board, sit down. Left-handed. All right. There and there.
And on that side, which side is it?
Correct. So we have this distance here from this point to there is the same as from this point to there. So these two holes should align with those two holes that you just made over here.
Right.
And then what we're looking for is the distance. This should be flush at the end. If I had more clamps, I would just build this thing on the table. But otherwise, we're kind of doing it by feel.
It doesn't. It has to come like way out to the edge of the table. Because
And then, right. So let's see, are we aligned? We're a little bit off.
it's good. Oh, it's sitting.
It's okay.
All right,
It's not
we're
fastened to the
gonna-
table, so.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Yeah, it's dancing all over the place.
It is. It's like a big jigsaw puzzle. These two are the same height. These two long ones. So the non. I think that's most everything. You get that. Thank you. I'll get this out of the way.
Come around.
We're gonna build our box.
There we go.
I'll just go this way. There you go. Yep. Yep. Just twist it around 180. Yeah. There you go. That works.
You guys are good at this. All right.
How it goes together like a puzzle.
Look at that. All
That's
right.
why it's so confusing when we did our first one. We put blocks on both sides and then we went to put them together. I'm like, wait a minute. We have one too many blocks on.
So you only put blocks on one side, and you build them in a circular fashion.
It's really smart, and once you get the jigs, it's really easy. But it takes a minute to like.
There's a little bit of
conceptualize it.
thought there. So
Yeah.
we have 2 sets of drills here. We have a box of fasteners. Here's another box of fasteners. You have pre-drilled holes here on the end.
So the thing is, you need a partner to help you hold your corner together while you're drilling.
Okay. So I can hold it. There's pilot holes right here, yeah. So.
Oh, should I hold that for them?
Yep. We can just pause and wait. We'll make sure that everybody is on it. Very good. Let's run that clutch back a little bit because the wood's kind of soft. Good catch, Jedi. Very good.
Others stick out pretty far, so. Yeah, we're going on this side. Right, see? Okay, let's let them do that side first because I think it's hard when we're
All right.
trying to put our
I'm doing good. I was going to ask you the same thing.
I'm doing great.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
people are happy.
All right.
If it's not going in good, you can try this one because this one has a really
I don't
good
care if the block is not.
If it,
Because the block is kind of like.
what is that?
See how it's, yeah, it's like a big space. But
So let's back that bottom one out a little bit.
I think it might have been when I.
Let's take the bottom one out.
I think it's from.
Take the bottom one out some.
There, yeah.
All right. Sink that one.
There.
Okay.
Just push it together. Yeah.
It's going to be a little bit crooked. Let's see here.
Ah,
There it is.
If you back it out some and then you run at it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Good thing this was the first one. Let's see, maybe the
It's not the first time we split something.
They're all, again, we're not making kitchen cabinetry here. We're making compost boxes. So
It's gonna be.
Do you want to try this one? Lawrence has quite a clutch to it.
okay.
You need me to hold?
More powerful because of the battery.
No, his clutch is going out, he said. Yeah. You want me to hold it? Oh, that's sweet.
Should be okay.
Yeah, it looks tight. All right. And
All 4
then-
corners?
Yeah. Yeah, where are we gonna set it? Right
That's a
over
question for the, where shall we set it? Where should we set it up? Right over there?
here? Yeah.
Because otherwise, just that like millimeter of squareness right on the edge, we were just shaking it around like, you got to be kidding. Like, it was necessary for two of us to set it out. Taking the edges off, it was easy enough for me to just do it with one person.
So, like for Prescott Preserve, they are in the middle of a lawsuit right now. And so, if they do anything that is,
Nice
trigger
job.
even more people being like pointing a finger at them.
I think the nail salon is your next step.
We want to give them something.
You want to grab that upright? Yeah. The little, yep. Just carry it like this.
Team carry, jump in there. All four of you. Take it over.
I'll hold it till you get around the table.
Next four.
There you go. Woo! But ideally what happens is we'll bring this one over and it's going to slip right down over top of it. Yeah. So you have to kind of line up the corners. Okay, so everybody's down except for me. Yep.
Oh, I think it's Angel's side.
There we go.
Done.
Now,
It's not
entirely square. Yes, because it needs
airflow.
air to breathe.
Yeah.
Good job. Nice.
Same thing with this one too?
Yeah, go for it.
Team.
I'll take it over this way. Get around the side of the table.
Number three, next four, last four. Same thing over here.
Yeah, I think the jig got jiggy.
Jiggy with it.
It got unjiggy.
I'm trying to figure out how to do it without.
You want to move it to the edge. So
There we go. Let's do that. Do that over the edge, like a diamond.
Right like a diamond?
Shine on.
Oh,
crazy.
you crazy diamond. Right on. We've had like 3 songs right here. You would have worked so well with Adam and I. We were just having music going. We're having a blast. Okay, wait. We'll put you back on the table anyway.
Again, we're not making cabinetry, we're just making compost boxes. It's not a dance floor.
And nobody's gonna jump on them, so we are good.
They do.
So what do we have going over here on this corner?
We're gonna take this block. We're gonna take this screw out.
thing.
Well, wait. Let us get this one, Adam.
Yeah.
Let us get this one first.
Go for it.
You wanna do it? Go. You know what you're doing. That was what bifocals are for. Oh, there you go. I really like them. I also have prescription reading glasses, but like for stuff like this, I love my bifocals. And my first pair were like, the lenses were really slender, so they just drove me crazy because I was always having to go like this if I wanted to use my bifocals. I would love that.
I was going to cut them down to 8 inches anyways. So this one is ready to go.
You want a Band-Aid?
No, yeah.
Yes.
So we've never been to the ocean. Is there a lid that goes with it? We're gonna build that?
Yeah.
Holder? Yes. Right, let's see.
Wow.
All right, I prepped all of these, minus those, at home. So we're going to lay these guys out.
Some of them multiple times.
If you take a look at these, there's a pretty side
Never seen
and an ugly side. If you look at the pretty side, what do you see here? Little holes from where I actually built one of these and I took it apart because I found it was not working and it was too ugly. So no harm done. We're going to use the pretty side down in this
Yeah, I
case.
know a lot of people who have
On
just
each side.
excellent.
And in a similar fashion to the way we built those in a clockwise fashion, clockwise direction. Set these up kind of the same way. Grab pliers and take that out of the end.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Get the staple out. So each corner is going to line up kind of like, exactly, kind of like that. We're going to go around in a circle. All right, if you notice the ends come together, we're not bindering the ends, they're not overlapping the ends. We're bypassing the ends, like so. So this is where I built one of these and then I took it apart and started over again. If somebody wants to grab that roll of mesh behind us there.
Probably somebody with leather gloves.
Yep,
Can bite really
this
bad.
is the time for gloves. Move out everything out of the inside of the box here. So let's flip it over so the spring side is down. This is so awesome. There's more hands here. Doing one of these by myself was just like sucked.
Yeah, he was doing it during the week and I wasn't over there for this part.
All right, so hold your corners together.
Start in the middle and radiate outward. Excellent.
One staple.
Yeah.
I got one.
Of course.
But now there's a full clip, so that's handy. So it's important to keep your ends lined up as best as possible. When we put this stuff down, the first one I started in a corner and worked my way across and it creates a bubble.
Yeah.
So when you put this stuff down, start in the middle and work your way out.
It's the same way you do framing.
Yep, exactly. If you end up,
Is there a reason why you're stapling the mesh first rather than the frame?
mostly because I need to hold it in place and it needs to be a little bit flexible to fit on that. They presented a problem in building it rigid the first time, and then it was just too fixed to actually nestle its way into a space on the box. So I had to take that one apart, rethink how it would come back together, built the triangles. We'll get to the triangles in a minute. Those were a huge help. And this particular one, we're actually going to build a little gap filler on the sides because the ones that are already in place at the Prescott Preserve have about a 3/4 of an inch space right at the top where critters can get in. We're going to undo that. I mean, the ones at Prescott Preserve are good enough to keep out crows, raccoons, skunks, coyotes,
Not mice and rats.
not mice or rats. They will find a way in there. Ultimately, if you have a chimpanzee problem though, they're going to figure out a way to get into it one way. They'll just rip the thing off and just dig in there. So if you have a primate problem, you should just train your primates to do your composting for you.
Surprise!
Missed it entirely, huh? Okay.
Like a
Does anybody want to run the staple gun?
Heading towards thermal.
So I like to go across one of the X's, like go 45 degrees across one of the X's.
There's a farm out there that has a
Yep,
bunch
perfect. And give it a, lean into it, give it a good squeeze.
They cross the road. Yeah.
So jump into the middle here next. Do the ones on the corner very last.
It's better if you're straight over it.
And if you're going to be,
Yeah.
I'd be happy to. See if my hands want to do this. My hands worked.
so jump back here to this bubble.
Missed one there, or didn't go all the way in.
It did not.
Didn't go all the way in. There we
You
go.
know the trick.
I don't think it.
I think we need a hammer.
Yeah. Or I think he has
We
one.
do have a hammer.
The rocks, right?
That's
Oh,
right.
that is what the rocks are for.
There we go.
That and the coffee
All
grinder.
right, so move to this side. We'll get a few in over here.
Carrying something, and it'll just be like, nope, and it'll let go of it. I'm like, my kid got really mad at me because it seemed like it would happen every time I was holding a piece of some ceramics that they had made. They're like, Mom, you still make my ceramic work, do you?
Do you want another one right here? Or? Okay.
Right here.
Pin that down.
I was like, I was just
We have to get the corner.
like, oh, this is what we do. We stand around the table.
For the most part, the
Yeah, because
structure is
project based.
starting to grow with this thing.
Because it's boring when you're by yourself.
Maybe do another one right here.
Oh, right there. Well, what
Yeah,
gets me is the.
I didn't get it.
One moment. Oops, nope. Where's the hammer?
Oh, I see.
These are going to line top of the 1x3s.
Oh well.
They're going to line on top of the 1x3s, but they're going to leave an open space. If anybody feels like it, you're welcome to take one of these over there and make sure that it fits in between the top legs of the box.
That one too.
Go for it.
This one.
If you guys are interested in,
Wait, so where?
so the leg that sticks up on that box, if you watch what Courtney's doing here, those legs are going to go right. Pretty good. Cutting it a week ago. Yes. All right. Like I said, I had to build these things so they were a little bit flexible, so they gave just a little bit because the boxes themselves are a little bit more rigid. But these are going to line up right there. Each one is going to line up
Like that.
correct. So now we're going to move up to the longer fasteners. I think this. Those are pretty long, aren't they? Those are way long. What did I do? I used these on the other side. That was way tricky. Really tricky. So we can flip the whole thing over. Will those make it through the 1 inch?
What about C?
What do you think? No.
No, it needs to at least be a little bit
A
bigger.
little bit, but the other side will be okay.
We're going back?
We're going to lay it right down here.
Okay.
And now we're laying these guys into place.
We're just
What do we do?
we're gonna flip it, right?
We're going to flip it. Right, we need to flip it over.
Flip it.
Hey, wait a minute. What's going on? Where's my coffee?
Take a sip.
Yeah,
You want more?
it's a good idea. You just take the lid off and
Chug it.
lean into
Chug
it.
it. Chug it.
Thank you.
Chug it. I can. Do you want me to get a fresh one?
No, that's fine.
Oh, do you want me to check on
Chug.
supplies?
Chug.
Are we okay?
I think we just need to make
We just have
coffee,
to
but
do
I
it
don't
one by one and then get it.
That's correct. So each one is going to line up with space in the corner. There's a little block around here somewhere. There we go. That guy, remember we cut that off earlier?
Yeah.
That's going to go in the corner there. So we're making sure that each one of these 2x2s lines up. Scoot this one here down my way a little bit, a little more, right in there somewhere. So what does our spacing look like over there? Same kind of treatment?
Yeah.
And drill motor. Other drill motor.
It's right there.
Does it still have a bit?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Actually, that bit's a little large, but it'll be fine. Do one there. We'll do one over on your side. Right about there. Yep. And put one in the middle if you feel so inclined. All right.
Have you ever drilled the table?
Yeah. All right, rinse and repeat each side. So if you want, there's your block for the corner. You should scoot it down to where it's about, it's splitting the difference.
Do we line it up with this?
Yep. So we'll bring this out a little bit, like so.
And then this has to come out.
There we go. What kind of space do you have down there? You're next. You can run the drill.
I'm not sure
Hang
what
on, are we
space you're
done?
looking
Hang
at.
on. Are we done with the saw?
Are you looking at?
No.
That's a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna unplug it.
But you're welcome to
momentarily
unplug it.
so he can get. Yeah, you should
Yeah,
have
what
more.
space are we measuring?
There you go.
Again, we're not making cabinetry, we're making compost boxes, so if it looks similar on both sides, if it's kind of balanced,
Yeah.
we're good to go. We need a drill hole here. We need a pencil in that little tool tray over there.
Like I sharpened 3 of them.
We'll put a drill hole there, and about the same place. Exactly. Just go straight down. Very good. You need to pass it off to Debbie or go for it. She's jumping in there. You already bought one on Home Depot, didn't you? .com. Ah, okay. Very good. 3 of the fasteners and a drill.
Here's the other one.
Good deal. We'll move over to this side. All right, slide your block under the corner. You want to do your side? I can't see your name tag.
Eric.
Eric, do we want to do your side or do we want to do
Jasmine.
Jasmine's side next? Why don't you have a name tag?
I didn't get one.
Okay,
I'll take it.
we'll do Jasmine's side next. So when I was doing these by myself, I was just kind of eyeballing it, looking over the top of it and checking with my hands, see that it made sense.
Slid a little bit.
She did like sweet Yeah. Well, growing Brussels sprouts, and she was trimming back some huge leaves.
All right, last side.
Every bit.
Center it up a little bit, kind of eyeball it into place. Looks like more to this side. Looks good.
Yeah, I was, and I went to get blood and my iron was like higher than it's ever been. No, I mean, you know, it was good. My iron has always been low, so to tell, for them to say that my iron was really high, I was totally stoked. Was it 4:15? Oh, and then we have a break.
You don't need a staple.
So we might have even more of a break because we're at 3:35 right now.
Now he's got two.
Here you go, Mamie. Jump in there.
As disheveled as we were.
Do you do the middle one first or?
I don't think it matters.
Doesn't matter.
Might.
All right.
Will it fit?
So we got this far, and I found it's great. It would work, but it's not structurally sound. It's lacking something. Like the only thing holding it together is the mesh itself. The corners aren't fastened, etc. So step in the corners, the triangles. So flip it back over here. And you're welcome to go and see if it fits now.
Yeah, let's see if it fits.
If you guys want to carry it over there.
And then,
We're going to take a look.
yeah, one thing I learned in San Diego too is they were using upcycled vinyl signs, old vinyl things.
Ooh, that's a
if they can find them, and
good
then
idea.
Put it over the top to help with evaporation of moisture in the pile too. So like, they're all ran.
If there's a little bit of slop, that's perfect. Let's bring it back and we'll give it a little bit of strength. Okay. Now this is where I really had to think through a couple of different attempts. The triangles go in the corners,
Yeah.
like so. Triangles in the corners. Grab a clamp. And we're stretching the corners. That releases, and then this
have one more
level
clamp
is the
or
squeeze.
just three?
We only have 3.
Okay.
Because I haven't found another one at a garage sale yet. But we only need to do one at a time. This is kind of a cabinetry method. These do need to be pre-drilled. And I'm going to change out to this bit. And we're going to go to yeah, what is, well, we can use that bit, that's fine. So we're gonna prep these guys here. What's going on? Ah. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Put one in there, put one in there. Come back here a little bit. Yep. 'Cause these are actually going to be the 3 1/2s, 3 1/8. And you're going to need a different bit as well. So that's going to go in there and reach all the way into this, into there. Maybe if you want to jump in here, actually we need one of the clamps. Put one there, and we're going to put a pilot hole there using that tool.
you can come around the other way? Okay.
Okay. Similar treatment. We're going to take these. I'm going to change the bit. These. I'm going to put one kind of right there. Going this direction. Okay, okay. From the inside over to there. On each side. So that.
Two more going this way.
Yep. So those pilots are going to go in that kind of direction on each corner. Yep, there's a spare piece in the back of my truck there. If we should have needed something else or another one, I always, again, brought the saw just in case. I've actually found some of them, that one that has the broader span at the peak. Rather than it coming to a square peak, it's more of a like a parallelogram or a trapezoid kind of spread apart. That actually worked better to spread the strength of the piece. I'm not shaking, look. Look, I'm fine. That'd be great. Here's my water, here's my coffee. Hold this end up, I'm gonna cut these off real quick. Hold that end up if you could, Wendy. Just so it just doesn't flop and crash on the, no power. So much buildup and there's no electricity. Somebody want to track down some electricity for this, please? There's one right there.
Not ready yet.
Oh, he goes to the camera though. Well, he's not.
Yep, that one needs to be. We don't need that clamped. It's already screwed in from two sides. Those are good. All right. Similar treatment since you're already on the drill there.
Nope. That's where it's going. Hopefully it's not sticking out the top.
Is that all of them?
Oh, this one's supposed to go more like this. Yeah.
Pull these off.
As long as it connects.
We're doing the best we can.
These are going to fill up the gap. We're ready to try it on for fitment. But these pieces here and those are each going to fasten on in place right here once we know what kind of depth we need to build into it. So
Are we going to try it on
let's
now?
give it a try. And let's take...
Yeah, it's a 46.
Okay.
All over there.
Nice. I actually think it's fine. It's actually pretty good. It's a little bit.
Those are going to go in there.
I see.
Would you cover the inside with a mesh to cover smaller drops?
That was a concern of mine early on as well, but
Yeah, it
since
could probably
compost
go a
needs
little
air
bit.
and that's the way it was designed,
Oh, is it?
it's full of compost
Yeah,
over
yeah.
here. We're less
Kinda
worried about
fill the
small critters
space.
getting in there. And again, compost generates heat. So any critters that do decide they want to get in there are less interested. They get in, they get what they want, and they're out. So it should be down, should be right about there.
It's sort of sticking out a little bit. It's not flush, but
So what do you think? Should we fasten it in place? Or should we take it back over to the table? Let's do it here?
We just
So,
lost one side though.
okay. Somebody hold that in place. I'll be right back.
Or it just makes it look like.
Well, there was concern that right at the top, critters will decide to get in. Mice,
I see.
Mostly mice we're trying to discourage mice from doing their little mousy thing.
Do you care about the gap on each, because there's like
In between each level?
no,
No, right here.
on the side.
That needs to remain so we can actually see the post. I thought of that. We could box it in, but that'll make it that much harder to pick the thing, to get the thing off and put it back on.
Do you want it even?
Within reason. What do we got? Pretty close. Pretty close. Again. I'm sorry.
Put it all in the drill.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
It was like, I don't want to.
And
Oh yeah. Step it up to the next
there you go.
level. There it is. Heck yeah. All right, whoever's got the other drill with the fasteners, you're welcome to step in behind me.
This one's kind of tilting in, I don't know.
We'll fix it as we go. You good?
Okay.
Oh, let's hold it in place.
Sorry.
1 and 2. Yep, you're good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's one right there. Change the drill setting down to there somewhere. Right here.
Oh, this one doesn't have a hole.
Really?
Now you're on your own.
Oh, it must have.
Somebody's enjoying their Friday.
It's an animal shelter. So. No, I need a new one. I need the other drill.
Yeah, we need the drill. We need to make a new hole.
Where's that?
We're gonna have to live with that. There is. but it's going to cost more material. It's going to have a much more waste because the lids come.
So if you have any samples or
The lengths come in 4 feet. And when we built these 4 feet plus 3/4 of an inch. So to build a box that went around the outside, we would sacrifice 47 inches for every 8-foot piece of lumber that we made. Like I said,
I made one and it didn't fit and it was a hassle, and I took it apart and I came up with this design instead and built the grabbers of the box on the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, the grabbers were on the outside on the
They were right. I built them on the outside the first go around, but I lost 2 inches when I got to the far corner. I stood there, scratched my head, and went, "Okay, well, that's obviously a problem." So I took it apart and rethought. I'm on these guys in the very, very corners. This is a special bit. It's different by just a smidge.
But he'd probably share if you had a Jose.
I like it with the thicker strip on the.
We'll make some of those up for the rest of them too. I made 3 of them.
Oh, that did?
Yeah.
That's what we used at Prescott.
Here's the fun part. We got to figure out how to get it back to the
That's what
desert.
we were thinking. Like, can you separate them and have them on their side?
Well, we can each take
Co-
a stack.
You know
Corner
what
to
I'm saying?
corner, yeah.
Yeah. You know, like
Haley can probably get 2 in her car. I could probably
side,
get
you
2
could
in
just
mine.
Have it straight up on a side, maybe.
Surf would really like a donation of this.
Oh, no, they're a project. So they.
Nation?
Yeah, let's do it backwards.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Can we take a picture of all of us next to it?
Absolutely.
Come on, where's Lee and Adam? Let's get a picture of Lee. Adam and Lee. Oh, wait. Where's Lee? Oh.
You want me to hold it?
Yeah. There you go. You can put it back on the table.
All right. And then we could do a group picture, maybe?
Yeah.
Sunlight's there, so camera's over there.
Yeah, we have to.
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah, however
I'm
you
right
want.
here. This side. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Hey, I'm right here.
Complete. Done.
You should ban it.
Wait, oh right, Erin, duh.
She's looking for paint.
Yeah, watch your face, Jen, watch your face. There goes the picture. Come on. Woo!
All right, back in the picture in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5. There we go. Yeah, looks great. Great job, you guys.